guys, Dark Shark's back here. This is the mini E-Revo from Traxxas that I'm doing a revamp slash rebuild slash upgrade series on. I bought this off Craigslist about a year ago, and took it apart, rebuilt it all, and it worked fine for, I would say, a month or two, and then things started to go. Something went up with this lipo over here. I'm not sure if it was the lipo's fault or if it was the ESC's fault, but I was using this single lipo from Traxxas. I mean, it produced enough power just to kind of zip around a little bit, in the house, and just out like the skate park or maybe. But I mean, after this rebuild, I'm definitely gonna have two 3S batteries for this bad boy. But, I painted it with just some regular Tamiya paint, I believe. Some just, body shell paint. And it didn't hold up. And after that didn't hold up, I was in the middle of building Project Grim Reaper, which, if you haven't seen it, it's in a previous video. I'll put the link right here. And, and so I was kind of contemplating if I should actually paint it. So I painted this, and this came along later, and I said people were painting their cars and everything with this Plastidip, and a bunch of people use it to like waterproof the electronics and everything in their car. So I decided to give it a shot, right? It's kind of like a plastic coating or a silicone coating over the object. So I decided to try that out, and so far there's no wear marks on the bottom of my chassis. So that works great. If you want to have like a very strong color, instead of obviously RIT dye is the way to go. But if you want to have a really strong color, and it might kind of chip off a little bit underneath here, a little bit, but if you don't really care about that too much, just go with Plastidip. It's great. But today, the number one upgrade, we're going to take this new chassis that I got, and we're actually just going to dye it black using RIT dye. There are a bunch of videos out there. I'm not going to do a how-to video because pretty much all you do is boil up some water to a boiling temperature, obviously. Put your RIT dye in it. I get the little boxes. They're about $4 from like CVS or Walmart or wherever you can get them. And I just dump the whole thing in there. Literally just set this in there. I'm not too worried about it melting because these actually are pretty strong plastics. So I just put it in there, and I wait about an hour. After I put all the dye in and mix it up, though, I turn it down really low so it's not melting the plastic. Like I said, but these are pretty strong plastics. But I put it in really low, and then I just let it sit for about an hour. Make sure you have good ventilation when you do it, because RIT dye is not doesn't smell good, and it's not good for your lungs. So make sure you have ventilation. Maybe above me I have a microwave, so that's what I do. I just put the microwave vent on, and it vents everything out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back, and we're gonna switch all this out, and we're gonna put a new chassis on there, and we may even carbon fiber this motor here. So I'll be right back, and I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. I just dyed the chassis. As you just saw, the before and after pictures are pretty great. So let me take the body off here and just show you a little bit deeper. But I ended up, my pot wasn't big enough, so I put the chassis in I had to flip it over about halfway through. But I put, I pretty much, if you had a big enough pot, I put it in for 40 minutes. And it did, enough. I guess you could put it in for an hour, like I said, but 40 minutes did the trick. It looks really good. See, there's a stock Traxxas, and it kind of pretty much just perfectly blends in with it. There's the bottom of it. I took the servo out because I don't know if I told you in the last clip, but the servo and the ESC burnt out. That's why I'm doing a rebuild on it. So I took the servo out. It was a Turnigy servo. I'm probably going to be replacing it with a Savox. So yeah, and I'm just going to carbon fiber it like I did with the motor here, and I think the motor turned out really good too. I think it had a lot more stealth to it. So yeah, I think it turned out great. I think it looks badass, and you know, tell me what you think down in the comments below. And there's gonna be a couple more videos upgrading this. If you guys have any upgrade suggestions, you know, put it down in the comments below, or pop over my Instagram page, Dark Sharks, and you know, contact me there. But I mean, yeah, I think it turned out great. It didn't take that much time. The actual hardest part about this upgrade, or yeah, I guess an upgrade, was the other chassis. Here, let me pull it out for you right here. You know, here's the chassis. You know, it's awful. Like, if I were to do this again, I would never do this. Okay, never. Such a bad decision. I mean, there was little paint scrapes, you know, everywhere. It's all over my floor right now. So I'm gonna have to go get a vacuum and clean that up. But I mean, it's not just the fact that you have to go and paint it all. It's also the fact that it makes a huge mess when you decide that you don't want it anymore. But again, like I said, if you want a vibrant color like that, you know, pick some plastic dip up and spray it down. Here, let me go over and grab Project Grim Reaper, and we'll just show you. I mean, the chassis, there's no wear marks whatsoever, and I've ran this maybe a dozen times now, and you know, nothing. And I mean, it looks great, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's my suggestion right there. But I think the black looks really good. It looks really stealthy, and I can't wait to get this up and running and go drive it. My ESC is coming in from Traxxas in a couple days. Probably by the new year. I'll have it in. And I'll shoot another video. I might shoot a video before then about this. But I've got some huge winter plans coming up, so you know, hit that subscribe button, because I mean, insane winter plans. Go check out RC Overload on YouTube. I'm sure you guys all know him. He's pretty big, but you know, I'm gonna be doing a couple build series with him, and you know, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So you know, hit the subscribe button so you can follow along with it. It's gonna be a huge build. To say the least. So yeah, drop the subscribe button, and go follow me on Instagram, and rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys.